that we have everything built and fitted in the car, it's time to make it look pretty. The guys will take the entire car apart so we can send the chassis out to get powder coated. When it comes back, the race will be on to get it assembled and ready for SEMA. Hey, Ray Evernham here. Welcome to Big Iron Garage. It's time for a little update. I know that you've been following along. And the last time we saw this baby ride here was before it came apart to go for powder coat and plating and painting, and it's back. The guys are assembling it, and it is really nice. The incredible blue that we've picked out, this metallic blue, is going to be perfect for us. The guys have installed the radiator, the steering. We chose to go with chrome on some of the suspension. This car is extra nice, and we wanted to have a chrome. Plus, it's easier to keep it clean, believe it or not. The motor's here from Pro Motor Engineering. The thing's been dynoed, put out some really good horsepower numbers. My understanding is we're running about 830 horsepower in this condition, but it's got a ton of torque. Moving back, the wiring. Brown and Miller guys have been here and done the wiring. The air jacks are installed, oil tank. Jericho dropped off a really nice transmission with the ratios that we'll need to debut on the road course. The battery is in from Optima, the fire system from Safecraft, the seats in, pedals are in, the AEM electronics are going in and being hooked up, fuel cells installed. We're continuing to finish the plumbing right now to get from our ATL fuel cell up through the pump and the filters. So it's coming together, and this is probably about the best time if you like to look at stuff to see a car work, but you can pretty much see in skeleton of how this car works, how we've packaged everything, and really when I look at this, it's a pretty safe car to be riding around with all that horsepower. The tire is the most important part of your car, and I'll tell you why. Because it's the only thing that touches the road. It's the only thing that turns the front of the car, drives the back of the car forward when you step on the gas, slows it down when you step on the brakes, keeps it from sliding off the road. And I've been really fortunate to have won most of the races in my career working with Goodyear. So when I called them and asked them if they'd help me, and what they've chosen is one of their Trans Am combinations. This tire is 27 inches tall, it's on a 16-inch wheel, but it's 14 inches wide. This goes on the rear. And the rear of the car, with a rear-wheel drive car, does more of the work if you think about it. It's got to propel the car forward, it's got to help hold the rear end on the road and do braking. But this tire being a little bit smaller is going to help with a couple things. Well, believe it or not, it's going to help me see. So I can see over the front of that tire to see where I'm going a little bit. And being a little bit narrow, it's going to help us be able to be a little bit wider in the front if we want to do something with our aerodynamics. And turning our suspension back and forth, it'll give us a little bit more steering clearance. So really looking forward to doing some more development and continuing to work with Goodyear on the development of these tires to see if we're going to switch to radials or try different compounds and things like that as we go from track to track. But I know that these guys are going to help me find speed. So stick with us on Big Iron Garage. You'll see this car get completed. You'll see it get unveiled as a package at SEMA, and then you'll see it hit the racetrack where we'll be having a lot of fun, not just with me driving, but some special guest drivers. Next week, it gets exciting on Big Iron Garage.